everybody. Happy Monday. We are back for another episode, and thank you guys so much for the TV recommendations last time.
Yeah, you have a lot of good ideas. I got a couple in private messages too with like the different networks or the like Netflix and Amazon and a whole list of different things. And you guys had some really good ideas about keeping the checklist on your phone when the new seasons are coming. And you guys updated me on a lot of when the new seasons of things I have watched are coming out. And right now we're watching
Inventing Anna. It's pretty good. I'm not done with it, are you?
I'm in like episode 7. What are you on?
I'm not sure. I don't know. I just let it play. I don't know what episode I'm on, but I feel like I got to be kind of close to the end.
And I kind of let it play too, and I watch it. It's not something, I can watch it by just listening to it actually. So sometimes I'll just like do a couple other things and listen to it at the same time. But as of right now, when I'm just watching it, I just cannot believe that somebody can.
It's really good.
Yeah, couldn't like.
So basically, it's about this girl. If you ever watched Ozarks, it's the girl from Ozark. And her real name's Julie something, but she plays a completely different character in the show. So for me, it's kind of like it's a really weird adjustment for me seeing her play, one completely different role and then another one. So I'm kind of still like fascinated by that because her accent in this Inventing Anna is so bizarre to me. Like it kind of drives me nuts because I'm like, what kind of accent does she have? But I think that's like part of the story. I think she claims to be from Germany and claims to be all these things, and really in reality, like as a viewer, it has you guessing like right now I don't think that she has a lot of money, but she somehow gets people to like loan her like $25 million. It's insane. Like she has all like high class clothes, and
it's like this is a true story,
yeah.
Except for the parts that are not true, like it keeps saying. But I think that's just what some of the telltales from the second
like the
hand.
Details,
but
yeah,
it's just crazy.
It's kind of like, so I watched The Tinder Swindler, and it reminds me a lot of that. But this one's better. I feel like a lot better, and I love it because it's like a female lead. But it's crazy what people can. I don't trust anybody even more now. And I bet these two shows, The Tinder Swindler and Inventing Anna, is going to make like businesses and banks really check over stuff. I thought about that. Like not just take people's word for it, because they literally, some people are just taking their friend's word for it. Oh yeah, I'll pay you back. And then it's like $60,000 loss. I'm like, oh my gosh, what do you do? Anyways, you should totally watch it. I'm not done with it, but I feel like it's getting like really good.
And I think it's like a limited series. So I think I took a peek, and I'm thinking it's either 9 or 10 episodes. So it's nothing too much longer than that. And guess where we're going to be tomorrow?
Yeah, we're going to be in Florida. We're really excited. It's going to be a quick weekend trip, but I don't know, I'm ready to...
We are big procrastinators, so we are still like...
getting packed, and it's different. Traveling with a baby, it's really different. I mean, I don't even have the bag that you're supposed to put, I guess, the car seat in, so we're using a trash bag because I'm just like... I was not prepared. I didn't realize that. I didn't think about it. So right now everybody's scrambling, and it's been really hard to...
And we're probably overtaking, but we're testing it out for the waters for our next vacation, which will be a longer. So I feel like we're overpacked for the short one, and we're supposed to get some bad weather in early, like right when we have to leave here in the morning. So her house sitter will be... coming in tonight and staying.
Yeah.
House sitter, puppy sitter. And so we literally have been scrambling all day. So it's like, I think this is like the last thing. And then I got a few more things to pack when I get home and make sure everything's good to go at home. And I think I'll be happy once I'm on that plane and headed, because then if you forgot something, you forgot something.
It's too late.
Like you said, Nicole said today she's scrambling. She can't even find her bathing suit. So.
No, I don't even have a bathing suit packed. I'm like, when I get down there, I'm going to have to go to like Marshall's or Target or something and just grab one really fast. I cannot find any of my like pregnancy bathing suits, like, because those are the ones I'd still be fitting into, not the freaking extra smalls from before I was pregnant. I'm not even going to try that. But I need I went to my other house and I could not find any. So I'm like, okay, I'll just find one when I get down there, I guess. I don't know. But everything for Aero is packed. I think we did a really good job with that. My mom helped a lot with that, had a lot ready to go. And then anything else that I thought of, I just kind of threw in his suitcase. And I normally take, I think, 7 or 8 pairs of shoes. I'm taking 2 pairs of shoes, including the pair I'm wearing down. That's really good.
That's all I'm taking too.
Yeah.
I'm wearing a pair and taking flip-flops.
I feel like becoming a mom, you're just kind of like, I only need 2 pairs of shoes.
And I don't know, I'm wondering if this is normal with, it's so funny because every year we go to Florida. We have this timeshare. We go the same time of the year, pretty much. And I have Florida clothes, I swear, because why do I not wear these same clothes at home in the summer? I don't. I literally feel like all my pictures every year, I might add a shirt or something, but I have Florida clothes. So I'm grabbing them and I just know out of the closet what to grab. And I'm like, geez, I need to spruce this up. I need to take a couple different things. It's just funny because my bathing suits, I forgot my sun hat. My sun hat, my bathing suit cover. Yeah, I did. I just realized I forgot a couple things. I know why,
because, and I'm kind of like that too, so I don't think it's that weird, but we don't really dress we dress more islandy when we go to Florida, like a little more bright and vibrant, and Dad wears his island shirts. I feel like we pretend we're going to Hawaii.
I don't know what it is, but it's like, okay, grab my Florida clothes. I
didn't think about that with the same shirt every time and the same pictures.
And the same dress. I think Dave's pack that dress. I really like the blue one with the hole right here. He's pack the blue dress. And I oh my gosh, I wear that. I get a picture in that every single year. I always take the same dress. And I did get it. I used to always, I have 3 bathing suits. So now 3 or 4. I packed 3 this time, but so I'm actually up to,
that's good.
I have added, another couple bathing suits.
I really like that polka dot one that you have. That one's my favorite.
I did pack that one too. I only took that one time just because
really? I remember
it's a
all the
skirt
pictures.
And stuff, and it's pretty. That's the year I took it, but it's heavy getting out of the pool. It's because it's so thick of material.
It's very flattering though.
I did bring that one because I figured in February it'd be a little bit cooler, so that maybe.
Yeah, I did have someone message me saying it was only 60 degrees there. I didn't prepare for that at all. I just thought about that. I didn't even bring one long sleeve or nothing, so maybe I should.
Well, I'm just wearing a long sleeve, and that's going to be my long sleeve.
Oh.
I didn't. Dad looked up the weather. It's the coldest day was 75.
Oh, okay.
So that won't be.
Yeah, I'm going to be sweating.
That won't be too. That's what, he just looked it up today, and that's what he saw. So anyways, Nicole wanted to had her appointments this morning.
Yeah, I had a lot of appointments. But the girl that does them, she's so fast, so I don't feel like it's bad at all. I got my nails painted. I got my toes, a pedicure. She was grinding on my feet for so long. I felt so bad for her that she's like, man, just a lot of dead skin on here. And then I got, what else did I get? Oh, my hair washed and styled, so that way maybe it'll stay good for a couple days. And then I got a spray tan. So, and I just got one mist, but look how, I obviously look super dark, so I'm glad I only did one, because I'm looking in the mirror oh my god, I look kind of weird, but that's because I'm just so used to being pale, but I'll love it when I get down there and I don't feel like a ghost. And I gotta wash it off.
But you can burn on top of a spray tan, right?
Oh, for sure. I'm gonna put sunblock on. Yeah, I'm gonna rinse it off tonight. And since I breastfeed, I have really weird spray tan lines because I don't let her spray my chest at all. So, I'm hoping that doesn't show at all because that will look like a really weird tan line, like a fake tan line. But yeah, you definitely can burn with a spray tan. It's just basically adding color to your skin. This episode is brought to you by Louisa. We love Louisa. Their jewelry is so cute, and it starts at just $39. So super fair pricing, which is amazing. And also their jewelry, it's so beautiful. So my mom has a couple pairs of earrings. I think her, I don't know which one she likes the best. She had to run off for a second, but I don't know if it's the triangles with the 3 diamonds. I think those ones. And I love the ring that I got from them as well. But also they have great studs, and they're very petite, and they're very well made. Always get compliments on them. So if you need to buy any jewelry, I would definitely highly recommend Ana Luisa. And it's spelled Analuisa. ANANALUISA. And if you guys are interested, you guys can treat yourself and your loved ones and use our code COCO to get 10% off. We recommend them highly. They're a great brand. They make beautiful, sustainable jewelry. So you can check them out at shop.analuisa.com/COCO. Use code COCO at checkout.
My birthday's in September, so last September, Nicole had gotten me a gift card, which I had not used, and so she set up the appointment. So I had to go to an appointment this afternoon, which I did not have time for, but the lady seemed like she wanted to do it today, so I just went anyways. But it was a teeth whitening. And Nicole didn't give me... It
looks so good.
Nicole didn't give me... It does look good. She sent me... When I got home, she sent me the before and after picture. I'm like, oh, whoa. And then I took a selfie with Dave just to see, because Dave's teeth are always white. And I'm like, oh, my teeth are whiter for once in the selfie. I mean...
It's like a thing that's not bad. It doesn't cause any, like... it's not bad for you, I guess. Like... For your gums or your teeth, right? Like it's...
I don't think so. But anyways, I am very, very gaggy. And Nicole did not give me a warrant. It was a really nice room that
I don't
she does
even
it in.
remember what
she
it was
didn't
like.
give it to me it's like that game, Speak
yeah.
Out, where they put this stretch thing in your mouth. I think I was just assuming that I would just sit like in a salon because it's at a salon. I didn't know I would go in the room, lay on a bed, and it's like almost like it was a nice room. And anyways, she puts the thing, spreads open your mouth, and then like paints your teeth or whatever. It's 4 different things, but one, you have to keep it in for 5 minutes, and then you get to take it out and rinse. Then it was 20 minutes to take it out and rinse, 20 minutes and 20 minutes. I was like, oh my goodness. I asked her, I said, did anybody ever leave like in this? I said, this is like hard. But after I finished the first...
Oh wait, you laid flat?
You laid on a bed, and then your head's like arched, yeah.
Oh, I did it. I sat up, so I don't know.
But you went someplace different, right?
I did.
No, it was a nice room.
No,
and she
it's a
played
really nice room. That's where I got my spray tan.
She
nice.
played music, and she left, but
I was wondering, what did you do with your time? Just listen to music?
Yeah, and it was funny because I was like, I'm just like I said, I'm a gaggy person and having this stuff, but nothing went back in my throat, but it just felt weird, especially the first 20-minute session, like just getting used to it. And she came back and she said, how'd it go? And I'm like, good. I was just counting songs so I can figure out 20 minutes. She's like, how many songs? I said, like 6.5. And so that I knew for the other times. But by the third time, the 20 minutes flew by, and it didn't even bother me, and I didn't even think about anything. But I recommend her. If you're in the area, it's
Stephanie Steinman she does it at New Wave.
Yes, New Wave and Bad X, and she said a lot of people come like every 4 to 6 months. So I was thinking
I think I'm due back again. I think it's been a while. Well, I had Arrow. He's only 6 months, so maybe I did it after Arrow was born. But I really liked it. I noticed results. You know?
I might only just do it once a year, right before, like
That's
if I do it at the
good.
same time every year, then it'll be, but it was very interesting. And she's very, professional. Like, I don't know. That's
who also, if you're looking for a spray tan in the area, that's who I went to as well. And she'll do 3 coats on you if you want it. So if you like yourself real dark, go for it. She'll let you look in the mirror after each spray. And it does get darker as time goes on, I really like going. I like go there. I feel like I go there for like girl time too, because there's always like fun girls there. It's a cute little salon.
Actually, it's a kind of big salon, but yeah.
I mean, yeah, it is a huge salon. Actually, it's not little by any means. There's actually like 3 rooms. So for this area, it's definitely pretty big, I'd say.
Oh yeah, it's really big, and yeah, it'd be a nice place. Yeah, there's a lot of... How many pedicure chairs were back there?
I think there's 2, but that's where I got my nails done, and that's where I got everything done this morning. So I like to go in the morning at like 8:30, and it's really like peaceful. You can get in some girl chats, and then when I get back, it's like 11 o'clock, and then I feed Arrow. So it's a good little routine. I like to go like every 2 weeks if I can.
Yeah, and I'm I mean, I don't go that often.
No, you don't.
But
You go to
Nicole
other
buys
places.
Nicole and Dave will think I need to go get something done, so they'll buy me gift cards so that I actually
Well,
go
it's just really
and get
hard
things
for
done.
gift ideas, right? That's something that I really would love, like a massage soon. I need to go to my massage lady. My back is killing me. But that's like what there is to give for gifts around here for sure. That's pretty much all you can treat yourself. There's no like fancy spa. There's no like, I don't know. I just think like a pedicure. If you don't know what to get someone, they would like a pedicure.
Yeah, it always feels good and it looks good. Once you get there and get in there, I need to start like doing stuff, like that for myself. My nails.
I wish
it
there was
always
like
feel better once I leave.
Yeah, and I was thinking the other day, I was like, man, I really would like a facial, like to get all this dead skin off. But there's really not. We really don't have a lot of people that do that type of thing. Or example, like microblading of your eyebrows. That's not a thing around here. Threading your eyebrows isn't a thing around here. There's a lot of extensions are now a thing. Like now we have people people are starting to get into the extension thing. And I think I saw in that room at New Wave too that they offer. I think it's Lacey that offers eyelash extensions and stuff. So it's cool because when you get something up here, I feel like everyone's like, oh yeah, let's like get into this. So it's fun. Like spray tanning getting up here was like a big deal. So it's I kind of like that. Like you get something and everyone gets excited.
She told me that's exactly why she did this teeth whitening and loved it. She went somewhere and it was an hour and a half away. And so that's why she decided to go to school and learn how to do it. So yeah, it is, nice to treat yourself and do that stuff. And sometimes it takes a push, like for,
like a gift
to
card,
go and actually.
A gift card for almost a year.
Yeah, I went.
You did it. And you would have backed out if I would have let you.
Oh, today, because I was so busy. I said, when you're there, tell her if she wants me to do it a different day, I'll do it a different day. And she's like, no, she said, as soon as because I watched Arrow while Nicole went, and then she came home. And she said, nope, she's ready as soon as you head up there. I'm like, okay. So
but your teeth look so good.
So I did head up there. And I did do it. So speaking of taking care of yourself, let's go into like the diet. I'm still going strong.
Yeah, you are. You're doing really good.
Super Bowl, Nicole tried the healthy snacks.
Okay, I'm going to be honest. They made me really sick thinking about them. I did a bunch of Mom bought me an air fryer for Valentine's Day. It's like the Drew Barrymore one. It's really cute. You just got it from Walmart, right?
Yep.
And it's like so cute. So if you're looking for a cute air fryer, that's the one. But I followed 4 recipes out of that Weight Watcher magazine that I bought for $12.99, and I was really excited. Bought the ingredients, and let's just say that we threw away the leftovers and stuff. They were nothing. The fries were good.
The fries were really, really,
so
really good.
I made fries, cut potatoes, sprayed them with a spray, and then topped them with like pico, and then like the yogurt that's supposed to pretend to be sour cream. That's pretty good unless you eat a lot of it. And was it topped with anything else? There was something else they told me to top it with. I didn't do the chicken. Those were really good, yeah. But
you like the asparagus too.
The Brussels sprouts?
Or the Brussels sprouts.
The Brussels sprouts were good. The sauce that they had me make for them kind of gagged me out a little bit, but probably because they had me mixed mayo, ketchup, maple syrup, ketchup, and mustard, and just really freaked me out.
And I really didn't. Them seemed like a lot of them the guys must have ate some of them too, because I didn't see. But I think I was just like, it wasn't like anything was gross. I felt like I just ate too much because it didn't look like the cauliflower. I thought was good, but it was so hot that what was on it?
So the only thing, they had me cut up cauliflower, put it in salt-free ketchup and buffalo sauce and egg, and you just roll it in that, and then you roll it in panko crumbs, and you air fry it. And those really, I thought that they were going to be really good, but they really actually freaked me out. I think because it was the ketchup. Ugh. I don't know.
And I didn't know what was on them because she had those made when
I think because I made them.
So I did eat some of them. I felt like I ate too much because I cut up a cantaloupe.
That was the best thing.
And a melon, and we had strawberries and grapes, and then I made a little fruit, like yogurt stuff. Oh my gosh.
Then we had a veggies.
I ate so much fruit. Yeah, you had veggies. But then the guys, what they did is, I think the reason we didn't enjoy our stuff so much is I had gone out with my girlfriends. I meet with them once a year to celebrate somebody that we had lost, and we celebrate her every February. So we met up in the local restaurant uptown just for a drink, and Victor texts me and they make the best pizzas ever. What does Victor do? Texts me and says he needs 2 pizzas. I'm like, you don't need 2 pizzas. It's just, Jesse just got his wisdom teeth. He can't eat it all except for like soft stuff. Nicole and me are on a diet. So it's just you and Dave. You are not going to eat 2 large pizzas. It's like, yeah, get 2 large pizzas. Oh, that was torture. I did not take a bite of one, but it was torture.
I did end up having the crust of one, and then it just made everything else taste really gross after that. It was like you know what I mean? Because it was good. And I was like, oh, why didn't I just eat one freaking piece of pizza and not eat all this, like, imitation healthy stuff? Then my mom gets me excited. She's like, I'm going to make these crab wontons. Those things nasty.
Oh, them were the worst. They were the thing I made was the worst because I did not follow the directions exactly. I kind of made up my own direction because you were supposed to add cream cheese. And instead of the cream cheese had too many points and too many calories. So I was like, I'm not using the cream, even though it was reduced fat cream cheese. So
tell them what you put in there.
I used fat-free Greek yogurt instead of cream cheese. So that was a no-no with the crab and the stuff.
And also, something was up with the wonton wrappings. I really don't think you're supposed to bake them like that. Because you decided
to bake them in the oven.
Oh, you know why they were probably soggy? Is because of how, like, watery the inside was because you used yogurt instead of like a thick, because she kept throwing like more like imitation crab in there. She's like, I'm gonna thicken it up, and I'm looking at it like it's like soupy. I'm like, all right, I don't care, like I'm hungry, go ahead and try it. And then I know, like, I normally make crab ragoons and at home, like the real ones,
and they're really good.
They're so good.
But I fry them in oil too. I didn't even know you could cook those things in the oven. So it was quite. It was kind of funny. And guess
then Mom bought a freaking sub, and that really tempted me as well.
Yeah,
like,
that was hard too.
I don't know why
sub.
you'd buy a sub. Like, I was thinking about that sub last night because there still was a piece in our fridge, which Victor must have taken.
And there was a whole pizza left over, so we did not need to look at that. So the day after, I said, Victor, you're going to eat some more pizza? He's like, no, I got to eat healthy now. So I wrapped each piece individually in tinfoil and put it in the freezer and set a Ziploc bag and put Super Bowl pizza on there just in case somebody's here and, you know, we can't think of, you know, just grab something out and warm up a piece of pizza. So,
well, and then you did not break it all. That's insane. That's really good. I'm really proud of you.
But I used all the extra points. I took them all because I didn't know what they were.
You just like, but you definitely didn't, because all those Weight Watcher stuff was like 2 or 4 points for a serving. And then tell them what you did for Valentine's Day, because you did really good that day too.
Yeah, well, that's what I was going to talk about. It's really, you have to be so careful because you can, like, on Monday, which my phone's not in here now, but I took a picture. On Monday, I get 21 points. On Monday, I still had 13 left at the end of the day. And that's crazy because, and I ate, went for the Swans man came, so I got king crab legs, and I got shrimp, and I made baked potatoes and asparagus. Well, all of it was 0 points. What was any points? None of that.
No, there was something that you said.
None of that stuff was.
You didn't use butter or nothing.
No, I did melt the butter, but only Dad used it. I did not use it, which I could have used a little and wasted some of my 13 points.
What was it like eating crab legs without butter? Just as good?
It was good, but I really should have, since I had 13 points, I should have enjoyed some butter.
And you know what? I told her, she's like, oh, you're right. They don't all roll over to the next day. No, because they should not reward you for not eating 13 points of your food, Mom.
But then I had a salad for lunch, and I had a ton of fruit because we had all that fruit left over and a ton of vegetables. So I actually ate. I was more full that day. And then the next day, I made Sloppy Joe's here, and
she gave herself 11 points for a tiny Sloppy Joe.
So, yeah.
And it was made from venison, so it's definitely not. And we used Kevin's barbecue sauce. That was probably only like 5 or 6 points, Mom.
Well, and that day I goofed up and grabbed the wrong creamer out of her fridge, and it was 4 points instead of the 0.1. So then there was 11 and 15. I didn't have any of the no-bake chips, and then I went and had a bowl of cereal for dinner because I was out of points. So you can either eat like a king and eat crab and potatoes and shrimp and fish, or you can
I will say potatoes are not free for me, so they're not free for everybody. Mom you have free potatoes and free, and do you have any other carbs for free?
I got eggs.
Eggs are free for me as well.
And I eat pickled eggs every day. I don't know if you like pickled eggs, but they're free.
Because what's free for me is like brown rice noodles and beans. And beans aren't free for you. And you
can go on and change yours.
Yeah, you can. You can change what you want. Because my friend Mariah told me that she changed she couldn't allow herself to have potatoes for free because she was like abusing it because she was eating so many potatoes. So now she like put corn and beans or something when you answer the questions. So that now.
And she said she gets chicken free too.
Oh, she does? Neither
it
one
must
of
be
us
instead
do.
of fish, you know. It
Oh,
must
she
be
gets
whatever meat
she
you
gets
pick.
fish free too. She sent me that salmon, and she's like, "This is 0 points."
She gets chicken too. We don't get chicken free.
Huh?
So probably potatoes takes up a lot.
And there's also 3 different plans. There's like a purple, blue, and green or something.
So when I get after this trip, when I get back, I think I'm going to switch off to maybe some rice or some some pasta to give myself a little bit of a break. But I figure that going out, if we did go out to a restaurant, a baked potato is an easy thing to find for 0 points.
So what's your plan for, since you're doing really good, you haven't messed up one time, we're going on vacation now, so what's your plan?
I don't know. This is my weird or normal then.
Oh,
because is it normal if you're on a diet or you're trying to be healthy to pack your scale in your suitcase? Because my husband will not let me.
He won't let you?
No. He said he is not going on vacation with a scale. He said...
Oh, why? Because he doesn't want to weigh himself?
No, he's so skinny.
I know, but
No,
I never like to weigh myself.
He doesn't want me to like focus my vacation on a scale.
Yeah, maybe he thinks that you'll just be too...
He just said you can see what you
He
get a
probably wants you
surprise.
to-
He said you can get a surprise when you get back. I said, oh yeah, I might get a real big surprise. I
He
said,
probably wants you to have a beer, a couple beer.
He
extra
definitely wants me to have
beers with him.
cocktails with him, and that's hard. That's what I'd like to know other people's opinions on what they do for if you like to have a nice alcoholic beverage. I'm gonna have to. Like when I went last Sunday, I was the last one. Everybody had their drinks, and I was still deciding what to order because I could not. It doesn't show calories, doesn't show exactly. I'm like, what can I'm trying to like Google.
So I know that you can Google. I know the worst drinks for you are margarita,
And
because
that's my favorite.
When I was strict on like eating like years ago, I knew that was the worst for you. And then like the best for you is like vodka and tonic or whatever, but I never
That's not
drank
me
vodka. And so I mean, you could always do like a rum and Diet Coke. That's not you either. Mom likes her fruity,
I like the
just go
icy
for
strawberry daiquiris. You know, the Bahama Mamas.
right.
I like
Pina
when I'm
colada,
on vacation.
whatever.
I like the pretty icy cold margaritas or whatever. So I'm just gonna have to try to figure that out. That's just gonna be a little bit of a... So it'll be funny because we get back on Monday. So I won't weigh myself on Monday, but on Tuesday I will because I'd only do it in the morning. So then I'll find out and we'll podcast 3 days later. So you guys will be in suspense. So vote if you think... I'll put a little vote thing up. Vote how you think I did, if I like handled it or not.
I'm going to try to be really, really good. So then that maybe you're doing good without me even being perfect, but I'm going to still try to do good just because it's easier if everyone else is being bad around you. It's just like, okay, I'm going to eat whatever too. I don't know. It's hard for me, but
yeah,
I don't drink, but I don't really drink alcohol like at all. I like to eat my calories. So that's not tempting to me, but the food's very tempting.
I'm going to have to eat a lot of 0 points in order to drink like the strawberry daiquiris and that kind of stuff when we're there. And I'm going to have to really watch I could tell I was lacking. I like sugar. And once I cut up all that fruit, and I just ate some again tonight, I have been eating fruit. And I think it's because I'm missing the sugar and all that. And then now I'm going to tell my funny Dave story. He always, like, not always, but at least once or twice a week, he will leave me little notes right by the coffee pot because he gets up really early at 4, and so the coffee pot automatically goes off. And when he's leaving for the day, I'll wake up and I will get up like hours later after him, and by the time I get to the coffee pot, I'll see he'll rip off a piece of paper and he'll write me some nice little note. And they're so cute. And I always keep them. And I actually shove them all. I have them all. I actually open the bread box and I'll put them in there usually. Well, I've had this one that's been out. The last one he wrote, I left on top of the bread box. And I never put it away yet. And so it was so funny. Today, I come down there and he reused his note. I started laughing and it was one that said, "Oh, you're my everything. I love you. Have I love you, beautiful, have a good day, or something like that. I started laughing. I'm like, I said, and I always call him after, and I'll be like, oh, thanks for the note, or whatever. And I'm like, thanks for the note. Did you reuse it? And he started laughing. He says, well, yeah, I seen it sitting there, and so I wanted to give it to you again. And I thought it was kind of cute and funny at the same time.
It's cute how Dad always leaves you love notes. I see them. They're really cute. I should tell him the funny Victor story that just happened. So, my mom was sitting here, was this like yesterday?
Oh, yeah, the poop story?
Yeah. Mom's sitting there, it's me and Kelsey are here, and she like says, I can smell poop.
I was holding Arrow.
She was holding Arrow. She's like, I can smell poop. He must have pooped. And then she turned him around, and she's like, can you see anything? And then at first I just saw like this little bit. I'm like, yeah, it's coming through his pant leg. And then I grab him from her, and then Kelsey's like, oh my God, it's up his whole back. So it's like everywhere. You look at Mom's shirt, she's completely covered in poop.
And my arm, my bare arm, because I had a short sleever shirt on.
It was the most poop I've ever seen Arrow like get rid of. I'm like, oh my God. So I had Kelsey like rip off the crib or the changing pad. What am I saying? Like the changing pad cover, so that didn't get all dirty. And I'm like, that's the first time I was gagging changing his diaper, because it was just like so much, and it just smelled so bad, and it was everywhere, and it was just like really, like he was covered in it.
So she's like, start the bath water.
Yeah, but start the bath. Like, you got to put him in the bath. It's so bad.
So I whipped it was just us three here. Nobody's supposed to be here at that point. And so I whipped off my shirt, and I was like, Kelsey, don't look. I have to, I had to get the bath water ready, and I couldn't. I'm like, I don't think I have any more clean shirts.
We bathe them in the kitchen right now on the counter.
Yeah,
so
and
she had to walk.
Yeah, and I usually have extra clothes here, but he does. He'll pee on me or something, and then I'll end up taking him home or whatever. But I didn't. I'm like, I don't think I have any more shirts here. Just like I do, I have dress shirts like for pictures and stuff, but not like everyday shirts. And I was like, I'm gonna have to go look in your room. But before I could even do that, Victor walked in, and I was not expecting him.
Mom heard the door open. She's like, oh my God, who is it? She's like trying to hide behind the counter. She's like, I'm in my bra. Yeah. I'm in my bra. And then Victor's like, oh my God, what's going on in here? I was like, we got a poop explosion. And then it was so funny. Victor last night's like telling Arrow, like, your grandma loses some weight, and now she's trying to seduce your dad. I'm like, my God. It's so hilarious. But it was really, really, really funny.
I was like, bad enough that I had to run past Kelsey like that. And then then I ran back to the room and found one of Victor's t-shirts and threw it on, and I wore that. But I was like laughing because I'm like, oh my goodness. And then at the same time, which I hope they didn't see, nobody's ever here. There's two people delivering something down, carrying a box, and I see them out the kitchen window. It was all like just crazy, because it's always just me and Nicole here. It's never anybody else here, and it was just, I'm trapped. I actually, when Victor walked in and I like ducked, so I was like down to my neck, and I'm like,
he didn't.
Don't look over here. I'm in my bra, which is like a bathing suit, but still, it was quite entertaining, I think.
It was really funny, but you had to take your shirt off because everything she was touching was getting poop on it, and it was just like, ugh. I don't know. I was like, what?
And she needed me to run the bath then. I couldn't even like run back and grab a shirt then, because she's like holding him like that with it, like.
And I never put him in the bath before while it was like running like that, but I like basically had to grab it and do it, because I was like, I don't know, I can't. He's just pure poop. I can't just dangle him like this for that long. Yeah, gosh.
It was quite the...
that was, yeah.
So we went from him being really constipated to actually, now that he's eating food 3 times a day, his bowel movements are very good now.
Very active. So I'm hoping he makes it through the plane without doing one of those, because there is a lot that comes out. But he does love like his sweet potatoes now, and prunes, and I don't know. I'd say those are his top 2.
About everything.
Yeah, and I'm pretty sure he's saying mama. I'm pretty sure.
He's definitely saying mama all the time.
So that's like his first word.
It started with mum, but like he knows, because he'll say mom.
But what's weird is like he's never even made the syllable da yet. And that's like the first one. So I wonder if he's just like, because it's and he's making M and N noises, which I feel like are very advanced, but he's not doing like any ya or da or ya. And not even saying, I'm just wondering if he can even make those sounds. or because he hears Dada, or we say that all the time, you know.
We say mom more though, because you'll walk by and I'll say I'm here all the time, and I say, "What's Mama doing?"
But
or
I
we
thought
come
that,
say hi to you.
I thought that they accidentally say Dada without even knowing or hearing it because it's like their babble. Though I thought that I read that.
Oh, maybe.
Like, you know, so maybe I should ask the chiropractor next time we go or whatever what syllables he's supposed to be saying. I just get really worried about like his where he is on like developing, and I know every baby's different and everything like that, but I guess I just am very shocked that he's already he's making that all the time, all day. And it almost is like, it's so funny because I hear him like nah. I'm like, God, is he trying to say Nicole? It's like he never hears anyone say Nicole, but like a baby that's 6 months making the perfect end noise, I feel like is intense. It's good.
Yeah, he's funny. He learned a new, he's starting to, his laugh changed this week. He like sucks in when he laughs and he like squeals. Like he goes, yeah, and then
like
he like
scares you for a second. Like, is he breathing? But that's when he's excited. Like, and
he's doing it all the time. So every time he learns something, he like really overuses it for a while. So next, before I don't know how much time we have left.
You're good.
But
Whatever
you should.
You want.
No, I'm good with all my stuff. Maybe you should talk about Franny and the Fox.
Oh, sure. Yeah, let's talk about Franny and the Fox. So right before this podcast, I just texted my assistant Kelsey. I was like, "Hey, do you think we can have the launch date ready by the 25th?" And she thinks yes. So that would be Friday. That would be, if you're hearing this on the 21st. So this Friday. Hopefully we're launching. We want to have like Foxy Fridays become a thing. I know a lot of people might not like to shop on Fridays, so got to kind of figure that part out. We'll see how it goes. But how it kind of got started is, well, my mom wanted to open up a baby, I'd say like a baby's clothing boutique. Like that's something she was really interested in. And I was like, man, I've just been waiting for her to like say something. I've been trying to get her in a business venture for like 5+ years. This is a smaller one of the other ones before I wanted to like run a restaurant and do all that type of thing. But boutique seemed like right up our alley. I feel like we both have really good style and they're kind of like different styles. And I was like, yeah, Mom, like, let's do it. So then before I had Arrow when I was pregnant, we were like really serious about this and like going through names and stuff. And we were trying to think of, should we use like Arrow, like bows and arrow? I was like, that's like really overused, and trying to come up with a name. Well, then I went to, where was I? Charleston?
Yeah.
And I went to like this like hotel, like eating place, and it was called Franny and the Fox. So I did kind of like, I definitely like did not think of this myself, but they spelt it differently. And then because it's a different business, I was allowed to trademark it differently, or because it's like a boutique versus like a hotel or restaurant. And they spelt it like with an IE. Anyways, I was like, that is really, my mom said, that's like really cute, right? Did you say that was really cute?
Yeah, I said that would be a good boutique because like our like, Franny, that's what they called her when she played sports and stuff. They say, go Franny. And then her grandpa always calls her Little Fox because he thinks she was sneaking on Big Brother and won. And
he goes, you little sly fox and stuff. So I was like, that's so cute. Like my friends would like call me Franny. And then also my grandpa called me Fox. I was like, that's cute. And I really just like liked it, how it sounded. And then we just kind of went with it. And so what this boutique is going to have, it started out as baby, but then I really am passionate about like women's clothing as well. And then I got passionate about like trying to make the earth a better place. So that's kind of what this is all. It's all kind of combined into one. The style. So we got some products in. For our first launch, it's not a huge launch. It's called like a soft launch. But my mom has already purchased, two things from the first launch, I think. Oh. But she like really loves the clothes.
I have the jeans on right now.
Yeah, so like I'm really happy with the quality. So, but what makes like Franny and the Fox a little bit different is I have somebody that is local so Arrow having a baby, he has very sensitive skin, and we bought all these cute clothes that he's never worn because I felt like they were like rough on his skin or not something you'd ideally put like a baby in. Even like pajamas I would struggle with. Well, then I had somebody that we know, she's really good sewer, and she like for the gifts for my baby shower, she made me a bunch of stuff. Well, anyways, I fell in love with what she made me. We wore it out till like we couldn't wear it anymore. And I was like, she's so good at this. I wonder if she'd be interested in like selling it. Like I could not find the design anywhere else. And anyways, sorry it cut out. The batteries died on us. But okay, where was I? Basically that, anyways, I loved these pieces of clothing and they were my favorite. And so then I wanted to bring them to Franny and the Fox. So there are real homemade clothes in there that are from somebody and from this area, right? So that's really cool and that's really exciting. Buying the materials, like picking out from the fabrics to, you know, getting them stamped with our like name and sewn from material.
Scratch, yeah.
It's just really cool.
Scratch,
yeah.
yes.
So I love that. And then I also have someone painting, like doing some really cool painting designs from New Jersey. And she's someone who sent me an arrow something once. And I was like, oh my God, this is awesome. So now we've been doing a lot of creative stuff. I'm really excited. Like basically one of a kind pieces. And then I have some people making like 2 people making clay jewelry. So I'm excited about that. And
I haven't seen any of that. You haven't got any of that yet?
Yeah, I got some of it in, but it's all at the other house. So yeah, I'm just so excited. And then what I try to do is I go and I look at, because we can't obviously, like, the team is really small. It's me, my mom, and then my assistants helping behind the scenes here. And then I have to like ship things to people to make. So that's a lot of work on like us. So I have to be able to buy from other vendors, right? So I look it up and I'm like, okay, I like to buy from moms that are, you know, make it in the USA, like basically sew and do wholesale. So that's going to be also a part of it. And as we grow, like I'm also going to be wanting to take on maybe some new people or maybe local people. That would be awesome. There's a lot of local people that can knit really well. I just didn't want to stress anyone out. And I also have someone local crocheting on like pieces that are going to be upcycled. So
embroidery, right?
Embroidery. Yeah. What did I say?
Crochet.
Oh, I meant embroidery. Sorry.
But also, but then besides this, she also has lines that are not homemade. Like, yeah.
Yes. So I do have stuff that when I'm buying it, like it can come from, I try to just do USA stuff, but okay, so this is another thing that's kind of stressful for me. For example, I will go on a wholesale market and I will find something that I really like. And then when I get it in or whatever, it'll say, I actually messaged a lady about it and I should have got it like pulled up. And I was like, wait, so I thought you said you make this in, I think she's from North Carolina, because that's what her bio said. And then she's like, because it said made in China when I got here. So I was really confused. And she said, well, no, we have moms working for us in China, So I have to I'm going to be very clear and detailed on the website, like what's coming from where, because I don't ever want people to say, oh, this is supposed to be homemade from where she lives. There are stuff that I will be straight up honest that I cannot provide all of that for you. And plus the prices are way higher if it's homemade because of everybody's labor and getting it from here to there. Like it's just harder. So as we go on, we'll get better with it, but I'm learning too, because when I get stuff in, I'm like, you know, I pretend like, okay, if I have a really big hater out there, what can they say about my boutique that, you know, I wouldn't like? And I'll be like, oh yeah, like this thing says, I thought everything comes from the USA and this isn't. So I want to be very transparent, very honest about some stuff, like everything, but I mean about that stuff. So I'm learning. So I'm not really sure, how to navigate that exactly yet.
But there is a lot of cute stuff, a lot of cute accessories, and she just put some sunglasses and she packed a pair for Florida, and so she took a picture or something in them, right? Or what'd you do in them?
Yeah, I just took a product picture because we're also, me and my assistant are we're not using like the website photos that sometimes you can like use online if you purchase from someone. We're taking pictures of all of our own stuff, and we're learning how to use like this backdrop and this camera, and I'm like, so that's all she did.
But are you just gonna do that? You're going to take pictures of you did it with all the babies. You haven't taken adult picture clothes, have you?
Yes, I have everything.
Oh, really?
We took everything.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and we put them in like outfits. So basically,
I stayed here that day,
all
so
accessories you see, like we have, if they're not like launching this time, they're probably launching next time. Because I don't want someone to be like, oh yeah, but where's like that shirt from, or where is that I don't know, necklace or bracelet from. It's like, yeah, it's all from Franny and the Fox. So you can...
And people are already asking about the sunglasses and want to purchase them.
Yeah, which is so awesome. And I do try stuff. And there's 2 things that I gotten in that I'm just not satisfied with. And I'm just going to have to take a loss on those because I don't want to just like put stuff out there to put stuff out there. And eventually, like me and my mom, I want to be able to go to like a market. We go in person, we shop, we feel stuff, and then we can order whatever size. And also I'm trying to get figured out what kind of sizes everybody's needing and wanting. And for babies...
And they can come from the same company, and like I can wear a large and something, and then an extra large is too small in the same company,
Yeah.
So it's hard. So that's kind of good that if I try on the stuff too, and people ask about the sizing.
In our packaging, for example, we bought from No Issue. It's all like sustainable and eco-friendly and recyclable and made from 100% recycled materials. And so we're going like above and beyond in that way. But there are things that I know that we'll be able to like figure out and improve on. And even like packaging up everything, I'm not sure how hard. We got to figure everything out. So when I do launch, just be patient because just know that it's me and my mom and Kelsey packing everything. We have no warehouse. We are starting small. And we will send like a little love note in every single package. But I'm just really excited. And I am really excited to get my style out there because it's something that's been unique it's just a very unique style. So I would love going to my own website and shopping. That's what makes me so excited about it. If you find someone with similar tastes, it's like, oh yeah, she's got everything. Lots of cool sunglasses coming too. But yeah, that's about it. Thank you guys so much, and we will see you guys soon.
All right, bye.
If you want to be the most interesting person at the cocktail party, well, hop on over and listen to the Brain Candy podcast.
Our award-winning content will have you laughing while you're learning.
We read all the best articles, books, and studies and keep up with new TV shows, documentaries, and pop culture. And then we cram it all into 2 shows a week.
Conspiracy theories, cannibal rabbits, unsolved mysteries, the history of the Walkman. There's something for everyone.
The Brain Candy podcast. Find our link in the show notes.
Or simply search for the Brain Candy podcast on your podcast app.